What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your Maker2199 bringing you guys another commentary slash tips and tricks for my channel here. And this one's a little bit of a longer video, and I debated whether I should cut it down or not because it took really long and it's not super intensive or intense. But there's a lot to talk about the sniper, and this is a gun that it's fairly hard to, I guess, review 100%, and try to get a lot of things because there's a lot of tricks and tips that could be used or whatever. And I'm not exceptionally good at all of them, but hopefully we'll try to get most of them out in one video, because this is a gun that for the most part you're not going to be using as often as other guns. So the very first thing to keep in mind about the sniper is that you only have one bullet on the chamber. It's a one-shot kill, and it's only really effective when you shoot at the head. That's the only way to get the one-shot kill. Any other place that you shoot the player, you might damage them, you might down them, but it's not a kill yet. Excuse me. So you're gonna have to follow it up with the second shot or a pistol or whatever. So the best thing that you can do, for the sniper is try not to hard aim it. That is really common for people when they're just learning, to try to hard aim it like it's Call of Duty or whatever. And that is absolutely fine, but it's really hard to hard aim because it's so small, the reticule is so small. Players move so fast, like that retard that was wall bouncing his dick off, now he's a fucking dickless monster just being a complete tard and shooting, And it wasn't him that killed me. I believe it was the girl that was at the wall that actually got the headshot on me, not that dude that was being a moron. But yeah, and so the thing to keep in mind when you're playing, this is a playlist and this is what I would recommend. So tip number one is, in order to get better at these power weapons, play at these events, because you're only going to be using basically that power weapon. You're going to get you're going to be able to get everything that done there. Everybody's using it, everybody has it, everybody's at the same, advantage, unless you're using a modded controller or what have you. But, for the most part, it is what it is, and for the most part, this is where you're going to get most of your job done. And I continue to get taken out because I was playing like a complete retard towards the beginning, but it turns out to be okay, so don't be too harsh on the gameplay as of yet. I'm having a little bit of a struggle. This was my first time using a sniper in a really long time. I hadn't used a sniper. It's really rare for me to be able to get my hands on a sniper, and especially for long periods of time. So I was completely out of it. So these players that have a little bit more experience, you're usually gonna find them here. So those of you that are pretty good and want to test your skills are here too. The good players are playing this playlist, and you'll be able to test your skills against them. And that's another good thing about it. It's a continuous improvement, process, and the playlists like this only help. And right there, you saw me. I shot him. Now he's wall bouncing like a moron again, and predictable. I knew where he was gonna be at. Took a shot. And here we get him again doing the same crap. Like, how are you gonna kill someone when you're doing that? You can't even aim. Like, if you kill somebody, it's pure luck. If he would have killed somebody, that would have been pure luck. Blind fire. And most blind fires are pure luck. There's a bit of a technique and skill involved in it. I've gotten quite a few of them, but in my opinion, they're just basically luck. Although I know some of the tricks, and I've been able to get a few of them effectively. You can never underestimate the luck factor. So the really thing, like right here, I'm hard scoping. Look at how tiny that little reticle is, And when players move that fast and they're wall bouncing, you do not want to scope in. Don't scope in. You're not gonna be able to hit them. Just use the L trigger to aim. I at least use the L trigger to aim. Don't try to blind fire anyone. And especially for beginning, for beginners, just use the L button like I'm using right here to aim. Take them out. I stole that kill like a complete moron. But yeah. So just keep that in mind. That's the best way to know where you're aiming and move fast and all of that. Kind of like quick scoping, but it really isn't. Because this isn't Call of Duty. This is Gears of War. And why the sniper? Why do I like the sniper so much? I've never had or played a game where it's so satisfying to get a sniper shot. You know, what other game when you land that sniper shot, does their head explode, and you're forced to use it that way? You know, if you use it any other way, the sniper is not effective. So keep that in mind. But yeah, you know, just the animation, the gore, the sound, and all of it, you know, it makes it so satisfying when you actually do land the shots. So right here, we're just trying to battle it out. I know there's 2 players from the opposing team, and there's 4 of us. And I know that guy is pretty good, and I know I know what he's trying to do. You know, the way that he's trying to get his advantage, but he had the advantage right there, and he's trying to be flashy, you know, he's missing his shots. You know, he's not getting the headshot, and like I said, you know, the only way to be effective with this gun is with the headshot. So keep that in mind. Right here, I'm just running back to get some ammo. It's not that I'm afraid of the guy or that I don't want to, you know, continue to battle him out or whatever. I just needed some ammo, and we're gonna try to jump right back into the action, and he got taken out. But yeah, aim, you know, that's the biggest thing for Call of Duty. And when you're using the sniper, you're gonna need a little bit faster sensitivity than your usual, but don't go crazy. You know, bump it up 1, bump it up 2, maybe 3, but you know, go 1 at a time and try to find that sweet spot. Once you find that sweet spot, you know, keep it there. You know, try not to move it too much. And right here, you always got to be conscious about your melon. You know, you don't want your melon to get popped as I was getting shot like crazy on that first round, because I was playing like a complete moron, you know. And more towards the middle, when I started getting more kills, you know, I started being more conscious. Like right here, like me just keeping my head out like that, you know, I should be in cover with the sniper and just popping out. Eventually, I'm playing a bit of a support, trying to see if I can see the same shot that my teammate here sees, and if he, like right there, if he got taken out and we were aiming at the same person, maybe I would have been able to take the other guy out, you know. And this is the best way to play as a sniper. You know, play it as a sniper. You know, hang back, wait for your shot. You know, take control of your thing. You know, right there, the guy's just standing there. Of course, easy kill. You know, try to take control. I know that guy sees me, and I know he knows where I'm at. So I think I have a good amount of cover right here in front of me where he wouldn't be able to take me out. He's trying to be sneaky right there, but I know what he's up to, you know, so he wasn't gonna get me with that. And yeah, but the error that I'm doing right here is that I'm not moving around the map, you know, and they already know where I'm at, and I know where they're at, and that helps me because I'm keeping, you know, tabs on them. I know where they're at and all of that, and I could, you know, take them out. Like right there, I had the advantage. I didn't panic. I kept true, you know, to me aiming and all of that. And this guy, because he's coming out of a roll and everything, and that's another thing that you guys have to look out for. Notice where his head is going, like all of the time when he rolls, when he's wall bouncing and all of that from certain cover, you know. Notice where how his head and his, you know, character is moving. That's gonna help you, you know, pre-aim or have an idea where his head is gonna be towards the end, you know, and that's what's gonna get you the most kills. You know, right there, careless, doesn't know what's going on. This other person doesn't know what's going on. They're trying to kill that one guy, you know, what have you, and I almost get taken out. Luckily, I didn't. I was trying to save my teammate here. I didn't. I should have pulled back with him. You know, and the way to play Gears is to have them play towards your advantage. We're in cover here. We have the advantage, and we need them to draw back and try to follow us. You know, they're gonna come out of position, and that's gonna give us the advantage. You know, so that's a big tip. You know, I guess. And don't miss your shots, you know, like I'm doing right here and they're doing, you know, they've shot at me so many times and they haven't been able to kill me because they can't land them, you know. So I finally landed that one, was able to take him out. I know what she's trying to do, and I should have gotten that headshot, but I panicked. I moved the cursor to at the end, you know. That was my mistake right there. And now we pushed up, you know, now we took control of this area, we pushed them out, and now it's us trying not to play their strong suit, you know. We have to continue to play towards our advantage. But yeah, just use the sniper like a sniper, you know. Don't try to rush it, don't try to get fancy with it. You're gonna get killed, you know. Like this guy, why is he popping so far out of cover? You know, it's beyond me. He's trying to be flashy, you know. We have 3 plays trying to kill him, and he's you know, just being a complete moron, and he's missing his shots. You know, if he was landing them, it would have been different, but he's not, you know, so he's gonna get taken out more than likely. And all we have to do is keep the pressure on, you know. And right here I switched, I don't know if they killed him already or not, but I switched my focus on something else because I don't want one of my players to get taken out from the other side as we're trying to kill this other guy. So that's why I changed my focus, you know. So I'm always playing high support, you know, for my team, and some of these shots, you know, you miss them and you're like, oh, damn it, you know, that should have landed. But right there, I got careless, didn't look down, didn't know she was even there actually, and I got taken out, you know. So yeah, you know, just jump in, be smart, like I usually say on my videos. Be smart, play it as a sniper. You know, you have to scout the area first. Make sure you know your aim, you know, work your aim, know what the player's doing and all of that, and you'll be able to hit the shots. And now that I've been playing it a lot more, I'm sure some of you guys have been noticing on some of the other gameplays that I've been pulling out, you know, even when I'm playing King of the Hill and I get like the sniper, I'm able to kill people as they're running, as they're trying to do some crazy stuff before they take me out, you know. So I have improved my sniping, you know. It used to be better before but I have improved it quite a lot, you know, as some of these games have gone on, and it's just about practicing, you know, the basics, you know. So if you wall bounce, like I've said, every time you wall bounce, just to clarify the wall bouncing, you always want to make sure you know what you're doing, you know. You want to make sure, you want to position yourself, you know. It's a strafe, and when you strafe, you're trying to trick your opponent into thinking that you're going one way when you're actually going to go the other, you know. And it's about, you don't strafe just to strafe. When you strafe, you're trying to put your cursor or whatever, you know, your aim at the opponent where it's going to be effective for you and shooting your opponent, you know. You just don't aim, you don't just wall bounce just to wall bounce and miss bullets, you know. This isn't the Matrix, you know. We aren't the one, we aren't Neo, we aren't trying to break, you know, this continuum or what have you, you know. We're actually trying to strafe, you know, and put ourselves in a position to take the player out, you know. That's basically the purpose. And right there, you know, I like I said, this was one of my first videos using the sniper, especially on this event, you know. This was my first time using it. This was a long time ago, so I wasn't 100% used to it, and I'm not scouting like I'm saying, you know. So this is a perfect example of things of not to do, and some of the things are pretty good, you know. Some of the shots that I got were pretty good, but for the most part, you know, right here I got a little bit smarter. I'm trying to scout, but I shouldn't be standing up. I should be scouting, and I should be in cover, you know, because me just having my head like that is begging somebody that has an angle, you know, just to take me out. And Gears of War, any shooter that I've played, Gears, Call of Duty, what have you, every single one of these games is about angles. And I'm gonna, as I go more into advanced details and all of that, and I break down some maps or weapons or what have you, I'm gonna start talking about angles and more advanced techniques. But for now, I'm trying to keep it simple, you know. I'm trying to get you guys just to come use the weapon and get used to it, be able to get a few effective kills with it. How do you know you're effective with it? When you're able to land them, you know, quite well, and have pretty good games back to back and execute what you're trying to do. You know, if you can't execute what you're trying to do, then you're not effective, you know. You, in my opinion, you still haven't learned, or you still don't know how to use that weapon. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Once you guys have a little bit more understanding, then you get into more advanced tips, you know. It's so dumb to me when I see people that try to play games and try to jump into a game and try to do advanced techniques when they don't even know the basics, you know. They don't even know how to shoot the first shot or what to do. And yeah, so hopefully we'll avoid that with some of you guys that are coming in new, and get you guys to be better players, you know. That's the point. Hopefully you guys try it out, you know. I really love this game, and I know a lot of people don't like giving it a chance because it's so competitive, where it seems a bit intimidating and all of that. You know, all of these shots, I'm sure I would have hit them, you know, if I would have been playing this playlist recently. And like, looking just back at it, I can see that I'm doing a lot of like rookie mistakes, and that's why it's good for a beginnings video, because I'm able to show you guys some errors, some things that we do when we're trying to learn something, you know. I couldn't hit, you know, advanced shots or anything like that on this game, and that's just because I'm not used to it, you know. So you have to start at the bottom and work your way up. And hopefully you guys feel, you know, the same way, and if you don't, you know, just give it time. You know, everything gets perfected with practice. And right there, I'm not looking at my back. Gears of War, you always got to be conscious with the flank. You know, you do. Call of Duty, you can turn on a player. Gears of War is a lot more difficult to do, especially when you play proximity and somebody has an Asher or something. You're not paying attention, you're gonna get killed. You know, plain and simple. You know, this isn't Call of Duty where you turn on a player. It happens, I've done it, you know, but it's rare, you know. There's a lot of luck involved in it. But yeah, right here I'm just playing a little bit retarded against that player. I know she's there, but I'm not conscious of where everything's at. I know this is here. And that shot I should have gotten, you know, like I said, you know, if I would have been playing it right now, a lot of these shots I would have gotten. That one I should have been a shot. You know, but they're not landing, you know, like they should, you know, till finally I landed right there. And part of it is just me just not having that practice at that point, you know. Like I said, it's super hard for me to get them. That's why I really enjoy playing these playlists, you know, and they're tremendous help to, you know, just dial in your game. And that's part of the reason why I've been doing pretty good as of lately, you know. Just getting accustomed to the aim, where the player's aiming. Right here I'm trying to get a few angles, trying to see if I can learn something, you know, for the future. You know, I'm like I said, every time that I'm doing something, I'm not doing it just in vain or just because, you know. I'm practicing a few skills, you know, a few techniques, trying to better myself as a player, you know. And right here I knew he was there, I heard him, you know. And I cannot stress the importance of having a great headset, you know. You'll be able to hear people and all of this, you know, and that's gonna put you at an advantage. So right here we have this, you know, wall bouncer, this dickless beast again, you know, coming with his crap, trying to take me out. Right here I'm playing a little bit better. I did a little wall bounce because I was anticipating them to shoot me, you know, trying to move out of the way. And now I'm here, you know, just, it's all about effectiveness. Right there, he tried shooting another one of my teammates. He didn't get the kill, and I was quick at it, you know. So that's another thing for the sniper. Once you get your aim, your reticle down, you know, once you know where you're aiming and all of that, you'll be able to do some of these drag scopes that I'm trying to do here, you know, quickly and effectively. And it's all about practice, you know. Just practice it, practice, you know. And that's what it's all about, you know. You're not gonna be a great headshot right away, you know. Right there, that one was a little bit laggy. Was able to get him, you know, with the drag. You know, that's one of my favorite techniques, you know, because if you're not effective once you aim them, you always have the opportunity to drag and get that kill, you know. So use the drag, you know, use all of that, you know, to your advantage. You know, I didn't discuss too much. I'm just trying to get you guys to play and use it. Don't get discouraged by people that talk smack, you know. That's something that I should add here before it ends. I used to play in lobbies, you know, before I recorded, and I always had people talking trash, and I was always going off with the sniper, you know. I had the most kills. I was only using a sniper, and I never understood why. And I played on a lobby where this guy kept on talking trash to me because I hit like 4 back to back, and I missed one, and he started talking all this smack, you know. And the following game, you know, he took the sniper away from me. He was carrying it on his back. He got killed, and he wouldn't let me get it, you know. We got killed on that game. We got destroyed, you know. And the reason that I was using it is because I was going against people that were only using assaults. So the sniper was the best counter, and then my teammates flipped on the mic. They just bombarded him with crap, you know, and they made him not touch that sniper again, which was really funny to me. And I couldn't, you know, stop and laugh, you know. And after that, you know, I got the sniper. We got the victory. The guy showed up, you know. He got out of the game because he felt like a complete dick, you know. But yeah, I don't get people that are like that, you know. If somebody's going off with the sniper, yeah, don't take it away from them. It's about teamwork, you know, and doing the best decisions for the team. And don't be a dick, you know. If somebody's trying it out and you weren't using it, you know, don't try to take it away from them. Let them learn. That's the only way they're gonna learn. So if nobody's using it, you know, take it. You know, I hate competing for this stuff, and especially when bad players get them. You know, hopefully you guys don't encounter this too much and all of that. And I'm gonna end the video here now. Hopefully you guys like, sub, and keep tuned for more. You know, I'll try to bring you guys more as I get better gameplay. Thank you all.